guys, Claire here, and in today's video we're going to talk about all things Harry and Meghan. As someone who followed Meghan before her entry into the British royal family, I can't begin to tell you how exciting it is to see her on Instagram again, and knowing that at any random moment, Meghan is free to pop up and share tidbits of her life. In this latest video from Meghan's official Instagram, we got to see the Duchess having a relaxing afternoon. You get to see a glimpse of Harry and Meghan's rescue, Mamma Mia, who looks very healthy and happy. You also get to see a little sneak peek of what appears to be Prince Archie helping his mother with the watering of the plants, Meghan looking at the blooms, picking some what looks like tangerines, and making a little cocktail or mocktail with Prince Harry. Not only that, but Meghan has also made headlines because of the particular item of clothing that she's seen wearing. For those of you who don't know, Meghan is an alumni of Northwestern University, which is a very prestigious university here in the US for all my international listeners who may not be aware. Now, of course, the Northwestern sweatshirt was made famous by Princess Diana. Talk about a small world. Who knew that years after Princess Diana's visit to Northwestern University, her youngest son would fall in love and marry to a Northwestern University alum?
One of the things that I noticed in some of the coverage of the engagement is this narrative of a woman who was sort of plucked from the masses to become royalty. And what that storyline misses is the fact that Meghan Markle is a very accomplished woman. And with that prominence, with her success, she developed and cultivated a platform that allows her to be a very impressive and quite eloquent and highly intelligent spokesperson for women's rights and social inclusion. If you look at Meghan's career, she has really made use of the platforms that she has had, right? So she has been outspoken as an advocate for women's rights. She has been committed to inclusion and diversity. And it's that social advocacy that I hope will continue and seems to be prepared. It seems like it will continue with this new position. And I think that if you're a person who likes intelligence, and self-confidence and a passion for the arts and a commitment to doing social good and being a social advocate for the betterment of others, then I could see how that pairing could be quite successful.
In the comment section of my last video, there's a few of you who were talking about the interview with Jason. Now, I haven't watched it, so I can't provide any commentary on it personally. And quite honestly, I don't have the stomach or the desire to watch it. So I won't be offering any commentary on that. And there's really not much in that interview that I would find interesting as it relates to Jason Knauf. I mean, with all the research that we've done and all the proof that's been provided, Jason, much like Simon Case, were essentially William's henchmen, doing a lot of the dirty deeds so that he can have plausible deniability. As many of these royal commentators, who are very much anti-Harry and Meghan, but as many of them have admitted, Jason could not and would not do anything without the express permission of William. He is no longer an aide for Kensington Palace, but he is very much under the employ of William for the Earthshot Prize. So William is still his boss, and he would not do an interview unless William gave him permission. Never forget this bullying allegation against Meghan, as Valentine Lowe, again, another anti-Harry and Meghan royal reporter, admitted that allegation, or those allegations, did not come from the staff. That was from Knauf. He put forth that allegation. And it was also Knauf who worked with the tabloids in an effort to stop Meghan from winning her case against the tabloid for that leaked letter between her and her dad. So Knauf is essentially doing what he has always done on behalf of William and Kate. Nothing new under the sun. When that karma hits Prince William,
Prince William's friend Jason Knauf sat down with 60 Minutes Australia to discuss not only what type of king Prince William might be, he also talked about, you guessed it, Harry and Meghan, of course. Now, Jason Knauf is not only a friend of Prince William, he is also a board member on Prince William's Earthshot initiative. He also worked as a royal aide to William, Harry, Kate, and Meghan. He is also the one that not only launched the initial bullying claims against Meghan, he actively worked against her when Meghan sued the Daily Mail. All of this he would not have done without Prince William's consent. Let's just keep that in mind. When I first saw the 60 Minutes interview, I initially thought that tides might be turning. He would never answer questions about Harry and Meghan without approval. And he said working on their wedding was an amazing, magical experience, and he wished them all the best and talked about their beautiful family. As he talked about Prince William's future, he was still living in the past when it comes to Harry and Meghan. Because of course he had to bring up the bullying and saying that he wouldn't change anything. And this is classic Kensington Palace. They can't get interviews or sit down, but their friends can and their aides can. Let's get the media talking about Meghan Markle's bullying, say just enough nice things to have plausible deniability.
This is just a reminder that we are now in the week before Meghan, Duchess of Sussex, launches her new Netflix show with Love Meghan. And this is just a warning that it's about to get really weird online, and the British media and trolls are going to start working in overtime. You are going to see troll accounts pop out of nowhere, starting to question the littlest things, like why someone who's quite literally an alma mater of university would wear a sweater from said university. That's how weird it's gonna get. While the British media digs up old forgotten stories for the 50th time about bullying allegations that were never really true, Meghan, Duchess of Sussex, is frolicking around her beautiful Montecito mansion, picking fresh tangerines and squeezing them directly into cups of champagne on a sunny day. While people all of a sudden get their law degrees overnight and become specialists at trademark law, people who have never visited small Spanish towns now ready to fight and go to war for their coat of arms, which has been rendered multiple times in multiple different ways. Meghan, Duchess of Sussex, is quite literally chuckling to herself as she runs outside with her beautiful family watering the garden. But this is just a reminder that no matter the joy she shows us, the British media, trolls, royalists, anti-Sussex people, they were going to be coming full force this week. But just know something is a little different this time. And because she's introduced her new Instagram page, we no longer need to look at salacious headlines. We no longer need to follow British journalists who will jump on planes to try to grab a glimpse of her Montecito home. We can literally just look straight at her Instagram stories. And that's personally what I'm going to be doing to drown out all this noise. Just remember, the crazy you see online this week is intentional. Don't fall for it.
Jason Knauf stood by his complaint about the alleged, totally unacceptable behavior of the Duchess of Sussex that leaked just before the couple's Oprah interview in 2021. I remember this allegation, and I also remember that the palace conducted an investigation. They looked into this. They concluded their investigation in June of 2021 and decided not to release their findings to the public, which tells me the reason they're still using the word alleged is because the evidence they uncovered didn't support the allegation. If it had, alleged wouldn't be here. That's first. Here's second. Why all of a sudden, 4 years later, did Jason decide to break? Oh, that's right. March 4th is coming up. Never mind. Carry on.
Couldn't have said it any better. As the clock ticks closer to the debut of Meghan's show and the official launch of her lifestyle brand, I'm expecting to see a lot more shenanigans from across the pond. Not that I'm going to be paying it any mind anyway.
I'm so confused why we were mad at Meghan Markle. Was she not just young and hot and had a job that she wanted? And then met a man who was also hot and British and then happened to be rich and royal? Is that not the American dream? Were y'all really just mad at her because she's better than you and also black? If it's because of racism, grow up. If she did something bad, tell me about it, because I've yet to hear. I don't know why everyone was mad at her. She's just living out all of our dreams. I mean, I don't dream of marriage per se, but a hot rich husband who loves me doesn't sound awful. I'm confused.
Meghan Markle knows the power of a rebrand. That's why she just did one ahead of the launch of her Netflix show on March 4th. This whole rebrand could be a case study in itself. For this video, I want to talk about how niching down can actually be a detriment to a brand. Meghan's first business venture was called American Riviera Orchard. For one, the name doesn't exactly roll off the tongue. The name made sense for Meghan because American Riviera is the name of the region of Santa Barbara, which is where she lives with her family now. She puts out this video on Instagram a few days ago that speaks to the change in her business name. And she shares that her previous business name kind of meant that she could only sell products that were native or manufactured to Santa Barbara, and she wanted more flexibility than that. And if we're talking about the business operations, anything that's actually produced in Santa Barbara is going to be incredibly expensive to make. She wanted to build a business venture with good profit margins. Producing everything in Santa Barbara is not it. But my take on this is I think the fact that she didn't get the trademark is actually a blessing. I think the name could have alienated her core audience. Now this leads us to her new name, As Ever. The name is broader, more vague, and can capture the wide range of products that she applied for in her trademark application. She included a broad array of products that can now be produced outside of Santa Barbara too. One thing I need to mention, because I feel like it gets underreported a lot, is Meghan launched her own lifestyle blog in 2014 called The Tig. She did really well with it, and her core audience loved this type of content from her. As Ever feels like The Tig 2.0. Combines what she's good at with what she loves, so I'm genuinely really excited to see what comes of this.
I can't wait until everything drops. The show, the products, the entire lifestyle brand. With all that's going on in life, I am determined to undertake a sort of a brighten the corner where you are approach. And that involves just about every aspect of my life. So I'm looking forward to watching an aspirational and inspirational, lighthearted show from my favorite Duchess.
I think I've worked it out. All these girlies who hate Meghan Markle and make videos about Meghan Markle, you're all these celebrity, culture, lifestyle people. And it's very easy to hide your hatred and venom behind, but I'm just talking about celebrities. And I've noticed something in particular, apart from the, much like the UK tabloids, always comparing Prince Harry and Prince Andrew. I think many of these haters are comparing Blake Lively and Meghan Markle now. And believe me, I keep seeing all of you obsessed with talking about this. Just like you all seem to jump on Meghan Markle as soon as she does anything. You see, over here in the UK, because I know most of you in the USA, Meghan is destroyed in the tabloids every day. So this isn't just like a one-off here or there. And she's not in your face all the time. They're putting her in your face. Side note, I love to use this photo because I know people hate to see Meghan smiling. As for Bethany Frankel, who had yet another opinion on Meghan Markle yesterday, are we talking about the same Bethany Frankel who's been having a go at Meghan Markle since, this is 2021, this one's 2022, and this one from 2023? I mean, if you're going to rely on Bethany Frankel and Candace Owens, I think it says more about you than Meghan Markle. But you do you, keep hiding behind the culture, lifestyle, celebrity, gossip, tabloid, while Meghan continues to thrive. Stay mad, bye.
Y'all are like gymnasts out here defending your dislike of Meghan Markle. It's not this, it's their identity, their authenticity. You don't like Meghan Markle because, and I hope I said it all, okay? That's why you don't like her.
When I tell you cannot reason with Meghan Markle haters, this is what I mean. This past weekend, they were flipping out. They made her trend again, which is good. It's great for her upcoming show. And the reason is because she wore purple Northwestern sweater. How dare, because that purple at one point in the 90s, Diana wore it in there for Meghan is copying Diana, blah, 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 blah. They're going crazy. Anyways, we love Diana. She was an incredible human being. In the 90s, she was rocking a bunch of different college sweaters, and this was one of them because they sent it to her as a gift or whatnot. Great, that probably put the school on the map. However, Meghan actually went to Northwestern. This is her school. This is her alma mater. So she was wearing the purple sweater like all of the other people who went to Northwestern. This is a great school. This is one of the best schools in the country, in the US. It's well-loved school. My school is also purple Huskies. I can't imagine somebody getting mad at that. These people are crazy. So this is awesome.
Meghan Markle cannot win for losing. Y'all mad because she got on a sweater from her alma mater, the place she paid tuition? The place she handed tuition money to. Y'all are mad she's wearing their sweater? Oh. She's better than me. Because I would cuss everybody out. I don't give a damn if she dug up this woman's archives and is wearing the exact same one. You know why? She graduated from there. 2 degrees. I don't even care she didn't graduate. I don't even care she was there for a semester. That's her spot. She could wear whatever Northwestern gear she wants to wear, whether or not Princess Diana wore it before. Meghan Markle makes sweet nod to Princess Diana in Northwestern sweatshirt. Meghan, 43, attended the university from 1999 to 2003. She graduated with a double major in theater and international relations. If you hate Meghan, just say you hate her. But to say she's trying to cosplay this lady is crazy. I went to Norwich University. I don't care if there is a picture of my mother-in-law who's passed with a Norwich University sweater on from back in the days. I'm wearing it if I want to. Matter of fact, if she got it, give it to me out the archives. I want it. It's vintage. If she wore a Harvard sweater, you guys would have said, she didn't go to Harvard. Why is she cosplaying like a Harvard alumni? She could bring about world peace and y'all would hate her. She could cure cancer and y'all be like, we don't want it. We don't want that cure.
Since the day that With Love Meghan was announced, people like myself who were around during the TIG and since the TIG have been saying that no one is more excited for the show than we are, because we know how good it's going to be, because we saw it firsthand almost a decade ago. And then when she announced As Ever, she herself was like, if you've been around the TIG, you know. If you know, you know. And I don't know why I've been thinking about this specific thing from the TIG days so much, but hold on. As I've said many times before, I was a very big fan, and she often interacted with me and a group of other young people on social media, and kind of built this little relationship with us and mentored us. One thing she always did was she called me my sweet M, or my sweet friend M. Like things like this, I would comment on her Instagram, and then she would just say like, thanks my sweet friend. And then when the TIG shut down, an email went out to all of like the email list subscribers with the message that is still, like if you go to thetig.com today, this is still what's on the website. And this is what it was. This is a screenshot of thetig.com today. And it starts out with, to all my TIG friends. And then you can pause to read it, but the ending. Above all, don't ever forget your worth. As I've told you time and time again, you, my sweet friend, you are enough. Thank you for everything. And I will move myself now to show you that that is a photo of me and her when we met. And I don't have that picture, that's from her phone. And ever since I was 17 and I read that, I have always felt like she was talking to me, but not just to me, but to everyone like myself who has been around since the beginning and who knows and who has been watching and waiting for the real, authentic Meghan to be safe to come back out. And now that we know about As Ever, I'm just so excited to see what this new, like, reimagined version of the TIG is going to be, because the TIG was everything. It's something that I have really missed. And especially the name As Ever, I really can't put into words, like, how meaningful that is. I feel like it really speaks to the way that the past lives inside of each and every one of us, because I know that that's the truth for me, especially with everything that I learned from the TIG. It's really inspired me to do a lot of the things that I've done in my life. So yeah, that's just me being very excited.
So Meghan Markle just dropped a casual video in which she was wearing a purple Northwestern sweatshirt. The same university she attended, and interestingly, the same look Princess Diana once wore on her way to the gym. And guess what? The trolls are once again foaming at the mouth. But while they're busy raging, let's break down this particular powerful business move on Meghan's part. Number one, brand consistency equals influence. Luxury brands actually thrive on being consistent with their branding. And Meghan didn't just throw on a random sweatshirt. She made sure to let people know, this is part of my brand identity. I went to this university. I have every right to wear this sweatshirt. And by doing that, one, she's reintroducing herself again to us to say, remember, I went to that university, so nostalgia. Number two, she is also sparking conversation because she knew you were going to talk about her, so you might as well make it worth her while. So now you're talking about the sweatshirt, giving her free PR and marketing. Love it. Secondly, the iconic association equals free press. And this is how branding works. Now that we're talking about her wearing the same sweatshirt as Princess Diana, we are beginning to make those shifts in our minds. Yes, some people are raging, oh my God, she's doing this and she's doing that. But hey, that comparison is working brilliantly in her favor. For example, Chanel, they constantly tie themselves to iconic images of Audrey Hepburn and Audrey Hepburn's legacy. Rolex always aligns itself to James Bond, and Meghan's look, that is a nod to legacy, to nostalgia, and to heritage. And the lesson there is that she is building her brand by using icons, tapping into legacy. Brilliant. I love it. The third thing is that controversy sells as long as you control it. Hermes, for example, they use exclusivity and gatekeeping, and whenever there's a video about an Hermes bag dropping or whatever, people avidly watch it because they've controlled access to such information about such bags. As for Meghan, she is letting the haters do her marketing for free, because whether she's visible or not visible, you're still going to talk about her. So she is now directing you to something specific for you to talk about. And I think it's a masterclass of branding, nostalgia, and strategy.
Meghan renamed and reworked her lifestyle brand to tie in with the Netflix series that's launching in 2 weeks. It's not exactly how we were gonna say it. How are you gonna say it? Doesn't really feel like it's gonna have the same punch now. Okay, well, we just move on. Meghan admits defeat in her trademark war and changes the name of American Riviera Orchard to As Ever. Yeah, that was a little flat. It's As Ever. And you think that makes sense? We're just a little flustered, you know? We didn't get to do our yelling thing, and, you know, we were supposed to leak this, and she went scooped us. Sorrows, prayers. Okay, we can do this. Just gotta get in our head in the game. Okay, that logo is awfully loving tribute to the Queen and Harry and Meghan's love and their house in Montecito. Wow, she really threw you for a loop, didn't she? Okay, but it looks an awful lot like the coat of arms of the town Porreras in Mallorca, and they just might do something about that. Capitalize on it to boost tourism. Hoping to convince them to sue, but yeah, that's probably what they're gonna do. Yeah. We can get back on track here. Yeah. She's just doing this for the money. I mean, duh. She was obviously so desperate to get this off the ground that she begged Netflix to rescue her. Yes. Famously generous media giant Netflix had to be strong-armed into a deal with the woman who regularly crashes J. Crew's website. Sure. She left that dumb "are we recording" thing in, even though it's obviously edited, as is the style of the times. It's dumb and fake authentic. You know what the real problem with this whole thing is? It's hard to be in the business of hating someone who's decided not to be afraid of you. We will figure that out. No, it's that you can't order the jam yet. Yeah!